Hey guys, and welcome back to my DDO free-to-play series. This is episode 5. Today we're going to be running a few more harbour quests, I think. Try and get ourselves up a level. Ah yes, I couldn't remember where I was, but it looks like I need 23k. So, got our daily roll. Yep. Let's check that we've got enough space in here. Shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to show you a few useful things you can do in the harbour. One is grabbing our ingredient and gem bags, which will take us all the way to the other side of the map. It looks like we didn't get our reward from the Butcher's Path quest, so I'll grab it now. Strength or tumble? That's minuscule. We're gonna go with the strength and double shot because, I mean, it's the best of the worst. Our stats looking quite bad. I mean, not too bad. Now for this first bit, we're going to be heading over to an NPC that is just at the gate to the marketplace, and he'll hand you a couple of bags, which will be great for keeping all of your gems and collectibles organised. So you just talk to this guy. I'll take a tiny ingredients bag. Now, so he gives you the first bag. I always click on auto gather. It just means that all of your ingredients that you pick up will go to this bag instead of your inventory tabs, which is quite useful. Tells you to go to the crafting hall in House Kundarak, which I won't do right now, but that's the first bag you get. Okay, so for these next quests I'm going to run, we might do ones outside of Cerulean Hills. Which is to the bottom right corner. Okay, you'll see a woman running around, or just moving around, Pearl, and we'll grab that quest. Also at this point, as we're level 3, we can once again waste our Highland contracts and go and grab some level 3s. So, what have we got? We'll take Thistledown. Okay, now that we've got her quest, we're going to run into this. This is a wilderness area like the Borderlands. It's level 3, so all the enemies in it will be around level 3. It's, like I said last episode, or in the episode before, you don't really have to worry about these wilderness enemies. They're quite underleveled or underpowered. So first, I am going to pop this anyway. Might as well start the contract. And our first quest is to the Gruul Tribe Outpost. Now, one of the older wilderness areas, I think it's quite nice. It's one of my favourites. Also, I'm gonna be running pretty much my favourite quests. Not necessarily all the quests at the right levels, as you do not need to approach all the quests in the game for a first life character. You could probably play different quests for 3 lives in a row without any overlap if you really wanted, especially if you buy the more expensive expansions. I'm also not going to be leveling as fast as some people, or as optimized as other people. I could be shredding through the quests that I know that have the highest rewards, but I think I'll go out and try and touch as many quests in as many packs as possible.
Been looted and ripped to pieces. Judging from the debris, this happened quite recently.
Nice. Yep, so just to this signpost. One of my favourite quests
The
at this
road
level.
continues east into territory controlled by hostile Unruled tribe orcs.
Alright, I guess we'll run our buffs as we can. Now for this part, if you have feather falling, this is the route I take. It's just to skip unnecessary conflicts. You could walk around that way if you don't have feather falling, but I just leap into this part, avoid some orcs, and go straight for the main mini-boss. I might try out my sonic... Oh, I don't need to. Wasn't expecting that. Try out Sonic Blast on something. Spell we got last time. Ah, it's not as good as I thought. This is why SLAs are so great. The cooldown is tiny, the spell points don't cost anything, and they do a lot of damage. Kind of makes spells redundant if you have enough of them. That is until you get your crowd control spells, and buffs of course are always useful.
The Unruled tribe has transformed the two islands in the center of the river into a fortress. The orcs must be holding the captives at the very heart of the complex. Somewhere atop the smaller island, a deep orc voice barks orders. It must be the orc commander directing his troops.
I'm wondering if I do have maximize on that or not. And power always on. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. It's not doing a great deal of damage. Probably stick to our chill touch for now. Yeah, checking I couldn't take more. As you can see, this is quite an easy quest to run. We're almost at the end as well, so it's truly not too difficult, like most quests at this level. Being confined to playing on normal is something I had to wrap my head around, as I usually do have a VIP subscription and I run everything on elite or hard, even as a first life. But
it must be one of the captives.
get our ransack boost. Also, I was going to say, it's entirely up to you how fast you run through quests. If you're meeting new people in the game, they've probably been playing the MMO for years and they'll want to blitz through the content as fast as possible. To avoid that, you can either play with somebody who's new as well, or a friend who wants to learn the game with you. Occasionally you do find long-term players that don't mind walking around and spending longer in quests, but they're a bit of a rarity. Oh. Head in here because there are so many breakables. I think he just casted haste on me.
You see a captive inside a nearby cell. Judging from the clothes, it must be Lady Asdol.
There we go. And we've got Invigorating Rings. I believe Invigorating just gives you more spell points from memory. Yes, 16 more spell points. Those are kind of useful to have, those buffs.
You freed Lady Asdol and her bodyguards from the orcs.
Okay, now it's the boss. Sonic Blast seems to stun enemies for a while like that, which is handy. That's that done.
The plan to ransom captives taken from the Cerulean Hills has been ended.
Now that's not the only quest in the Cerulean Hills we'll run. There's another one that you have to pick up inside the wilderness area that's also worth doing. Both of these quests are kind of in the mid-tier for XP at this level. They're not crazy good, but they're also fast to run, and there's usually multiple chests if you're on harder difficulties.
Territory controlled by hostile Unruled
It's
tribe.
always nice. check our skills. It's been a few days since I've logged this character. Trying to get back up to date with what I was doing.
This caravan has been looted and ripped to pieces. Judging from the debris, this happened quite recently.
Now, if you had that mount I was talking about that you can get from the Borderlands, then you walk through here at 200 times movement speed, so literally twice as fast as most characters. It is worth like having if you're going to be running these wilderness areas a lot. There are some later in the game that you'll have to trudge through, like Giant Hold and those kind of packs with the massive maps. There are often teleporters that you can use if you've been places before, so you don't always have to walk to the location, but it is quite common. The Mists of Ravenloft wilderness area is gigantic. To my memory, it's the largest, and you'll definitely want to be teleporting around that, whether you have a horse or not. Got a Slayer count going. There we go, and it's just over here.
A dusty caravan
sad man.
blocks the road to the west.
We've got to go save his farm. There's an optional in this quest with his dogs. You can round up all of his dogs. I never bother because the XP is pitiful.
Things look peaceful on the road
but you can.
to Nash's farm, but the hills echo with distant shouts and the barking of dogs.
Now, the good thing about Sonic Blast is it will smash a lot of objects in its way. You don't have to go around hitting them all by hand. You can smash a whole bunch in one go. It is good if you want to get your ransack up quickly. I'm going to test it out on this. Hopefully I remember that spell correctly.
The Orc Raiders have thrown up a crew of barricades to discourage anyone from returning to the
These
farm.
guys are floating. I'm assuming they're dead. There we go. No loot, really. You will be pursued throughout this quest. I tend to just ignore them. They don't tend to build up over time. They'll just run away when they're bored. It'd be good if I had some longer distance spells to use. I could swap out one of these buffs, like Night Shield, for a bolt spell, but I'm going to stick with it for now. Although, I just remembered I didn't actually cast any of my buffs. God, I'm out of it. Wondered why I was walking so slowly. Yeah, this paralyze is quite nice, actually. As you can see, it does drain the spell points considerably. It's 19 each, whereas this is 2. But you gotta mix it up sometimes. Seems to be getting almost always insta kills with this chill touch. Make sure that we've got that set to always on. I think if it's on standard, it will always apply it in my experience. If you have it set to always on, obviously it will always apply, but I do think that standard it applies it 9 times out of 10. Maybe not if you're out of spell points, that could be the function. Oh. Yeah, that's great for stunning a large amount of enemies at one time. It's quite useful to have.
Smoke rises in the distance. You'll need to act quickly to save Nash's house from the flames.
Straight to the valve. And then a bunch of orcs are going to swarm you.
Angry orc cries bellow from behind the house as the flames go out.
There's quite a lot of enemies in this fight, actually. Yeah. Coward.
The local orcs will think twice before raiding another farmstead in the Cerulean
Yeah, so
Hills.
2 nice quick quests. You get 3.5k overall. No complaints from me. Yeah. Why not? It's better than what we've got. Cool. I think we've earned another enhancement point too, so I can spend that.
A dusty caravan blocks the road to the west.
What's this? Yeah. Well, mostly garbage to be honest. Take that because I can. Nice. Yeah, that's not too bad actually. And we've got a fancy new robe. I'd avoid this quest here. It's very long and tedious. You have to kill 200 kobolds. It's good XP, but it does take a long time. And if your character isn't great at healing or your healing sucks, then you will probably get swarmed very quickly. Dodge boots. No. Sell that now. Negative resistance, or we'll do healing amplification. No. Get rid of that. No. Oh. Sweet. That just about does it. Okay, so for this next one, we're going to be running into the marketplace for the first time. There's a great quest in there called Redfang the Unruled. There's a lot of traps in it, so we'll get to use our rogue skills a bit more than usual, which is always nice. The market is the center of the game, pretty much. It's the main space anyway. It connects all of the other houses together, as well as obviously the harbour and some wilderness areas. It's the heart of the game, I guess. And it's where you'll find the most players, definitely. Yes. Okay, so we'll check what enhancements we can get first. Yeah, we got 2 points. So we're going to put some points into Deathless Vigor, but I don't know if we'll do that next. Was going to put a point into Spell Critical in the Archmage tree. We've already put one into Energy of the Scholar. That gives all of our spells that aren't negative pretty much bonus. We also want to get maxed out Negative Energy Conduit for later. As well as, we'll stick some in Deathless Vigor for now. Gives us some extra hit points, which is always nice, so we should go to 68. Yep. Some more survivability. It's kind of just a skill to dump extra points into, it's not crucial. I mean, hit points are always nice, but there are some great enhancements in these trees that you could be spending them on. So we go to Basil. Redfang. Cool, buff ourselves up. We should probably have gone to get some resist pots, like resist energy. But because we're a rogue, I was feeling pretty confident that I could take out all the traps in the quest. There are a lot.
Desiccated corpses line the walls and hang from the ceiling. Dead assistants or failed adventurers.
Why not be lazy? That chill touch being very powerful.
Two signal crystals rest on either side of the metal door.
There we go. For this part it is important that you have featherfall, or at least you're willing to try and go ledge to ledge. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Line the rim of a deep shaft descending
There's
into
ladders.
the unknown.
I always have featherfall at this point, so I couldn't remember. There's a trap down there, so take it a bit easy. When a quest has so many breakables like this, it's really annoying to get to the ransack bonus, and sometimes I don't manage it even if I make a concerted effort. I just can't help myself from smashing them though. An addiction. Fire trap, I believe. Not that we'll find out, hopefully.
A dangerous-looking spider crawls from the shadows,
I don't see
hungry
it.
for a meal.
Do love that dialogue in quests sometimes comes well before you actually reach the thing in question. There's a quest later on that tells you werewolves are going to appear just before they do, which is always fun.
Venom becomes still as you end its life.
Take that for some extra XP. Some shrines in there, but like usual we're still good for SP. And you can skip whatever's down there. I think, oh no, there's an optional. Oh, there's a chest at least. Yeah, that's got me sold. I mean, that's enough reason to take Sonic Blast in itself. So you definitely want to pull this lever before you go jumping around in there. I've made that mistake a few times. Hardy Ring of Nullification sounds like two things we want. Let me get attacked while I read into it. It's quite good. We always want negative spell power, so we could swap it out for our combustion and wizardry. We will lose some spell points, but you know, it's a risk I'm willing to take. Would rather have nullification. Chill touch is in the necromancy school, as are a lot of the spells we're going to be taking later. Then we'll swap over more to enchantment spells near the end of the game. Enchantments, kind of the insta-kills and the crowd control.
A deadly-looking scorpion crawls forward to challenge you.
I didn't see a deadly-looking scorpion. Ah, what the hell. And our buffs are running out. I think the next feat I'll take is Extend Spell at level 6. Should mean our buffs don't run out so quickly.
Though there appears to be a way through the spikes, the high ground seems safer.
Love that sound. Nullified and Evocation. Sounds like a winning combo. Let's have a look. Nullifications, he's got Curse Spewing. Nah, we're going to want to swap out what we've got going on. Cool. Don't have the range for smashing stuff. No one complaint. Kind of wondering if I already had an evocation buff on one of my other items. I already had combustion, so that was completely useless on the other one. No, looks like that was it. So now we have an evocation focus. Lots of traps in this room. I feel like they're all on the ground though, from memory. We're about to find out. Ah, why not? It's in the other room. A lot of breakables down there, but I know what's going to happen if I go there. Okay, now this is the death room. If there's a place you'll die in this quest, it's here. We're going to do these purely for the buff, the XP increase. Yeah, where's the panel? It's not so helpful. Oof. There. Would have been useful if I saw that before. So what's still firing? I'll probably have to be closer for that one. Yeah, I see that. I want to find the panel though. Okay. My skills are not needed here. Still haven't heard the sweet sound of a breakables bonus yet. Saddens me somewhat. Come on. Oh.
Miles' chitinous body clatters to the floor. The cobwebs here are thicker, as if a more potent silk were
You
being
won't
spun
distract
by
me.
the spiders. Redfang must be near.
Yeah. Seem to recall there being another one? No. Rust monsters will destroy your equipment just like oozes, so it's worth staying away from them too, using spells or weapons you don't care about losing. Like that one. I just heard that beautiful noise. Oh. Losing our buffs again. What's in here? Another bonus. It's definitely worth being a rogue for this quest. That's all I can say.
Chittering noises of alarm rise around you as you breach the heart of Redfang's lair. Redfang collapses.
Now,
in heat,
you don't have to
twitching
pick, you don't have
and
to finish the
hissing as
quest
light
until you pick
ebbs
up
from its
the
body.
the sack there. So now that we're on 8%, we'll break things until we get to 15. Then we can claim the XP. If there's enough in here, that is. Looks like I've done it again and not managed to get the bonus in this quest. Well, sorry for making you sit through that. So yeah, similar XP to the other quests. Bit longer, but more interesting in general. Cool. That's that quest wrapped up. Right, I'll turn this in and then I'll probably wrap it up for this episode. Hand him all of his extras. You get some terrible potions. As well as terrible rewards. We'll grab that for now. Yep, so thank you for watching. We'll run some more quests in here next time. See ya.